Hello, my beautiful crafty friends. It's Laurette, the Vintage Paper Girl. Welcome to my studio. It's a weekend crafting with the Vintage Paper Girl. Yay! I'm so excited. Okay, anyway, here we go. Before I get going, I want to thank each and every one of you for watching. It was an overwhelming request for a weekend crafting with the Vintage Paper Girl at the times when I feel like doing something. So this week I did feel like doing something, or at least I'm going to try. Let's see how it goes, okay? So, and something I forgot to tell you guys. Chapter 1 Papers, the girls over there have offered us a discount code, which you will find in the drop-down box. And if you use that discount code, you will get a discount for the month of May on the Chapter 1 digital kits. Yay, isn't that exciting? Thank you, ladies. They've given us a wonderful discount. I keep forgetting to tell you. So this is another part of my guest design team project for Chapter 1 Papers. And the kit is dusty pink and blue. So I believe I'm saying that right. Oh, I hope so. You girls haven't corrected me, so I assume I am. So before we get going, I wanted to show you. Remember we did the 2 individual pieces? Well, I did end up putting them together, creating a little spine here with the tabs, and making it one piece. So basically, if you had a journal and you were putting it in, you would just stitch it in, and you would have this side and this side, you know, in your journal. Or you could leave it like this, just keep it as, and then you can write on the inside. You could add paper with lines, you could add pockets, you could do whatever you want, but I'm going to leave it plain. And then I did get some stuff, and I've added pearls and some lace. I don't remember what I did in my last video, so I've added pearls and lace. And then I made a pretty tag to go in here. Again, this is the Jane Austen Regency era inspired ephemera. And then we have this little card. So this is what's going to go in this pocket. And then on this side, I used the file folders. I don't know if you can see, but I used scraps of the file folder to make these. And so this is the one I made here for this one. And then we have a pretty card from French. And all of this is from Chapter 1 Papers. All the ladies are from Chapter 1 Papers from the High Society kit. I thought that went in that one pretty well. And then that one goes in there as well. And so that's all done. So now, so far for our ephemera, we have those. And then we have the tab index cards. So we have pockets. Isn't that great? I just love it. Really happy with how it came out. I could have glued it together. I thought about it, but I thought, no, I want to try this. It ended up being longer on that side because I was struggling a little bit with it because I couldn't figure out how wide I wanted it, and you know. But you could easily cover that up with a strip of fabric or a piece of paper to match whatever you're working on. You can add pockets, or you can just leave it to write like that. Whatever you want to do. Depends on where you're going to put these pieces, right? Because it's going to go into the ephemera folder for you to make your own journal. Or just because you like the standalone pieces. Today, we're going to make a fun envelope. And this is just a junk mail one. Proxy stuff we get for our financial stuff. And what I did is I just glued the top down. I made sure it wasn't ripped, and I really don't care what it says because we're going to cover this all up. We're going to cover the whole thing up and make a pretty pocket out of it, or pouch. It's another kind of pouch. You know, I love to make pouches, and I love to make folios. Those are my favorite things in the whole world to make. I'm trying to decide. I guess I want to go this way. Yeah, I do. That's going to cut off some stuff, but that is fine. That's what I want to do. So I've put a mat down, and we're going to start off. How are all of you? Are you good? I hope everybody's great. Thank you for, whoops, wrong side. Thank you for responding to my request for information about doing Saturday videos. I know a lot of you don't watch it that exact day, and that's fine. You can watch it anytime during the week. As long as we get people watching the videos, you know, especially my regular people, then I'm fine with it. You know, it's like people said, oh, if you're up to it. Yes, if I'm up to it. And if I'm not, obviously I won't do it if I'm not up to it. But if I'm, like, I have this project ready to go and I know I want to do it. Oh, darn it. So, yeah, no problem. I wouldn't do it if I didn't feel up to it. I'm not going to push myself anymore. So if I'm not up to it, I'm just not going to do it. That's the way it will be, right? Okay, that's a given. I just need to know if you guys still want to watch them. And if you're not interested in watching them, that's okay. I'm all right with it. Because that's just, and I'll just do 2 videos a week, which is going to be Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. I moved from the Monday, Wednesday, Friday because people just really were not watching them Monday and Friday or Wednesday. I mean, it was just my numbers were dropping so much that, you know, YouTube was kind of yakking at me about it. So they said change your days and see if it helps. Because they make suggestions to us. Change our thumbnail, change this, change that, do this, do that, you know. That's if you're reading all the stuff that, you know, they send you. They send you a lot of stuff. So I just use one piece of that gorgeous paper because it's the back. And, you know, I don't know if I'm going to do anything else with this back side here. I'm feeling some glue. So let's use the glue eraser to get rid of anything that would be sticky on our hands. I'm going to cover that up, so I guess I won't worry about it. Yeah, it's pretty. You're supposed to let that dry a little bit before you use your eraser. Like, you shouldn't really use it on wet glue. Probably I should be using like that. There. Okay. Now, you'll see in a minute what I'm going to do here. Now, I do have bits and pieces here, which... Oh, that's not quite white enough. I was kind of hoping to use some of what I already had here. This one, I think, can go down the side. I'm just going to cut off that. Yeah, I think I know what I'm going to cut off here. So what are you guys doing this weekend? Anything exciting? I know a lot of you go to your grandson's or your grandchildren's sporting events. That's big right now. It's springtime. I remember we used to go to all the baseball and all the fun summer. We spent usually all spring and into the beginning of summer with baseball, and then at some point we'd flip over to football. Hold on a minute. I got to get another glue stick. I don't think that one's going to make it through. Talk amongst yourselves. I'll be right back. I'm not going very far. I just need to get a glue stick. There we go. There we go. I'm pretty sure I'm going to run out of glue stick before I finish the video. So I just went over to the corner there and grabbed it out of the box. I got to see how many I have left. I don't know if I need to place an order. I've been ordering supplies. It seems like it's time for me to refill my supplies. Get some ink on here. Hope everybody's healthy. I'm hanging in there. Still get tired pretty easy, but other than that, all is good. Hubby's doing okay. We're like everybody else in our state. We are all suffering from allergies. Goodness. Because our weather kind of just changed overnight and kind of messed with everybody all at once. I swear everywhere you go, you hear people, "At you." And you know, they're like not sick. You know, you can tell they're not sick. It's just an allergy thing. And for me, I have a perpetually runny nose, which I just detest. And the only reason I brought it up is because you're going to hear it in the video. Someone says, "Oh, are you sick?" No, I don't think I am. I am just allergy challenged. I went out in the backyard for a little bit with my hubby to look at some of our rose bushes and some of the we lost a lot of plants this year. So out in the Zen garden mainly, and up on the hill, of course, and then we replaced those with new rose bushes. But out in the Zen garden, I was having him cut back some stuff and then move around some of I have roses in pots too. I have little small tea roses in big pots. And so some of them are in the shade. I told him, honey, those are not going to bloom. They're just going to rust and white flies and all the other things. So let's move them into the sun. So I give him some garden direction because I was the queen of roses, you know. just love this strip. I hate that I can't use it. But I think what I'll do is I'll use some of this on here. I love that piece with the rose. I would love to get that on there, but I don't know that I can. I think I'll just glue it on there and see what happens. You know, I mean, let's just do what we always do. Where'd my, oh, darn thing is so clear. I went to Dollar Tree the other day, which I don't know how that's going to go, but as far as I can tell, prices are good. Went there the other day and they didn't have any of the clear mats. They were in like a creamy color. Didn't know if I wanted to work on a, I kind of like having the clear mat, but maybe if it had some color to it, it would be better because then I could see. Maybe I could see the glue stick marks better, you know, I don't know. Why did I have glue back here? Oh, well, let me get this on and then I'll, for some reason I have a big old glob of glue back there on my hand. Where'd that come from? Where is that glue glob? I can feel it. Oh, right. Where'd it go? Right there. Right there. Is it on here? Mm-hmm. A lot of times if you use a dry one on it, that'll take it off. Okay. All right. You know, this is the way I like to do it. For those of you who are new, I lay it down on there and then I cut it. Because sometimes trying to cut it and get it perfect, you end up just messing everything up. And I don't want to do that. And a lot of times I'll lay it over so I can trim it to fit, you know, not try to make it match the edges all the time because it just gets frustrating, as you saw me do a minute ago. Now that's a pretty good piece, but that isn't going to fit there. Where did my, oh. Then I want to put something, do I want to put that there? I don't know. I can see what other scraps I have. I have quite a few scraps. Well, not a ton, but some. I'm looking to see what I have that maybe I could put. Oh, darn, I went and cut that one. Darn it, it would have been long enough if I hadn't cut it. These are all just scraps that I thought I could use. Okay, let's see what else have we got. I could kind of do a strip out of there, maybe. Yeah, I could do that. Would that fit down there? Oh, it would fit down there. I wouldn't have to cut it. Oh yeah, let's do that one. Let's do it there because then I could keep that whole piece. I'll find something else for up there. Let's see, will that fit up there? Almost. Well, kind of sort of does. I don't know. Let me put that. Okay, let me find my mat and see where we, oh, that's a sticky spot right there. I'm gonna stay away from that, baby. Okay. I love this because you can just, wait, which end am I putting on here? Of course, I did it on the end that I'm gonna cut off. Oh, wouldn't you know it? I'm going to put it up to the window because I want to go just a little bit over so we get a nice... I can't really wrap that over. Well, I could wrap it over. Nah, maybe I won't do that. I'll just clean my scissors later because I'll need to. Up. I got that on there a bit crooked. I don't want to cut the envelope. I don't like that line there, but I can't really cover it. Maybe I could put some lace there. Okay. Cut it off right there. I don't mind covering up the envelope a little bit because you don't really, now I got to figure out what's going to go there. Do you want a blue? I want this one. I think I want to go this way. And is that, yeah. Okay, so let's do this. I love that number. I'm going to have to use it for something, as you know. The same as that word Paris, because I've used all my Paris words. So we'll just put that up there like that. And no, I didn't ink everything. I mean, I could have, but I generally on these, I don't really, unless there's just a really nasty white edge that I am trying to hide that I don't want to show. Okay, now we're going to have to cover this inside, and I'm going to have to go see. Well, I pretty much think I know what I want to put in there. I just got to hope I printed it. And then we're going to go like this. I don't like this little, there, I don't like that bit. Oh, no, I need that. Ooh, what was I thinking? Okay, let's try this corner. This is the one time when I do use glue stick. I mean, I go in spurts, honestly. I use it, I don't use it, I love it, I hate it. I have a love-hate relationship with glue sticks. We didn't have them as a kid. I think the first time I ever saw glue sticks is when my kids started using them in their art classes. I was like, what is a glue stick? Like, I didn't know. I'd never seen one before. We did not have those growing up. No glue sticks. Now, if you will notice, this lovely envelope is completely closed up. I'm going to make sure that I've got all my edges down. Cute, right? Okay, so let's get some ink. I want to make sure that I can get all the edges that are white. I'm not going to worry about the top because I'm actually going to open that top, and I'm probably going to go over, take it over to Bertha and do it over there to my bigger cutter. Some people say, oh, it's not that big. Well, it's not. I call her a big girl because she's heavy. Like, she's very, very dense, very heavy. She's not the lightweight new stuff. I mean, that thing's 30 years old or better, 35, 40 years old. Okay, so that's the back, that's the front, and we're gonna, it's closed now because remember I closed it up, so I'm gonna go cut that open. Hopefully it's wet. So I wonder if I should wait a minute. Let's find the paper that's gonna go in here. And once we do that, then we will know. Now the question is, do I want to cover like just the part that would show? My only concern is you're going to open it up, and I believe the whole thing is blue, and I don't know if it's blue on both sides. That's the only thing I can't remember about that envelope. I just grabbed it. Hubby left it on my... What do we think about that inside? I don't know. What do we think? Oh, you know what I wanted to use inside? Not silly me. Hold on. What about something like that? Something neutral. I believe I have another neutral smaller piece too. Where's my smaller one? There it is. Okay, I'm going to use those inside because it's just going to be the inside of the envelope, right? So I'm going to let that dry a little more. I really want it to dry because I don't want it to get munched by the cutter, you know, any cutter. I don't care even if it's a brand new blade, will munch it up if it's got way too much glue on it, right? So these are all these random pieces, but you could see what you could do with them. You know, you fill in little bits and pieces, and you know, nothing ever goes to waste, at least not for me. I like to use everything I've got. I really do. Now this one, I really like this, so I'm going to go and I want to cut this off. And I'm going to put this in my little envelope here because they're good words. I'm putting them in with the little itty bitty stuff, that's so I don't lose them. And I can find them later. And then I have this great piece to use too. So we got stuff. Let me put this paper clip over here. I've got this piece to use later if I want. Put my eraser away. I think I'm done with that. Well, for the moment. Okay. Now, oh, I don't need that. I'm going to go to Bertha for just a minute and cut the edges off this. Well, do I need to? Yeah, I do. I need to see how big this is going to be. So from the edges, pencil, pencil, pencil. Excuse my hair. It's all pulled back. I'm not looking fabulous today. I'm okay, but I mean, you know, not wonderful. Okay. So let me go cut this one. Oh, ouch, sorry. I need a stretch. Be right back. Talk amongst yourselves, as Gail says. Now, did I cut off my line? I think I cut off my line, guys. Hold on. I love the top of this paper. It's got all the seeds, vegetables, price. I mean, you could make some fun cards with that. I think I'm going to put this, okay, it's had some time to dry. And I'm purposely running my hands over it to warm up the glue. Glue stick dries pretty quickly, but you never know, right? Let me see what I can do here. Now you can line this or not. It's totally up to you. Yeah, it's blue all on the inside, which isn't bad. The whole inside, I just barely cut the top off. See, there's our pouch, right? So now, what we would do, this. Okay, so it goes like this. We would put this in here. Okay, that's a bit tight. I'm gonna trim that down just a little bit. Give me 1 sec. I want that to slide in there pretty easy. Once you add the glue, as you know, oh, the pain, right? This is what I call an ephemera pouch. I've made these in many videos, but it's been a while. Is that going to fit in there? Gosh, I need to cut it again. Did it go? It went all the way down. Oh, no, I messed that up, didn't I? Well, okay. One more cut. Be right back. Sorry. All right. Let's see if this will fit better. Sorry, I need a drink of water. I'm so dry. It's breezy. And when it gets really windy, it gets really dry here. You lose all our humidity. one thing we don't get here very often unless we're getting some, wrong color. Unless we're getting some weather from Mexico or down in the Bahamas, we don't get humidity. We just get dry heat. Yesterday, with the light and the way the wind was and a little bit of the fog, it was like being at the coast yesterday. The air coming in felt like ocean air. It was so lovely. Let's see. I don't know which way is up and which way is down. I guess it doesn't matter. You're not going to see it anyway. It's just the inside of the envelope. I don't know why I'm fussing about it. Let's just get it in there. Okay, there you go. So if you have that, then no matter what you... Normally I just put a picture right there and not worry about it if it's plain white inside. But this one is not white inside. So now I'm debating on... Do I want to... I don't know what I want to do. What do I want to do here? Yeah, you could see this side, but it's not as bad as when you saw the other side. Normally, I just put something, an image there, so when you load it up, it's when there's nothing in there, you see that. But I guess this could be your image. It doesn't have to be anything else. And I could just put a strip across the top there and leave it at that, right? Maybe I could just put that little strip right across the top. Why don't I try something here? Can you hear the doves cooing? Let me get a pencil. And then how wide do I want this? Okay. Let me cut this off. I'm going to have to cut this on the big cutter. It won't even fit on my other one, I don't think. So, give me 2 seconds. Let me make sure it's the same length as this one. Pretty close. I'm going to need a little trim. Okay. Beautiful day. Beautiful day in the neighborhood. Okay, so there's lots of ways to do this. I should just, oh dear, goodness gracious, I'm making a mess. Okay, let's go like that. And let's glue this strip on here. Yep. I'm actually, before I do that, I'm gonna I'm warm. I thought this sweater would be light enough. I gotta find a t-shirt to wear with this. I don't have a lot of plain short sleeve t-shirts. Because usually the air conditioner's on, so the house is usually pretty cold, and I can usually wear a sweater almost year round. Oh, you can hear the chimes again. It was nice to go outside in the backyard for a little bit. I don't go outside much. I'm usually in here or in my library resting. I don't go outside a whole lot. I used to. I was an outdoor girl. Ride those bikes, skate, play tennis, swim, go to the park. You name it, I was outside. Oh darn, that was a little long, which means you can see that. I'm not going to worry about it. I'll just stick a piece of lace there and then I won't have to worry about it. Okay. What I'm going to do with this one is, this is one of my little tricks. I put the paper in first, move it away from the side that I can glue on. Can you see this? Let's see. Let me see what you see. Okay. And then I stick my glue down in there and I glue it in. Now, it's just, I don't feel like it needs to be glued down as hard as, let's say, something else, because it's the inside of an envelope, right? So then we go, let me get my, and I think that does well enough because you're loading it from here, not from the sides or from the bottom. So I generally don't have any problem with it moving around, okay? That way you're not trying to stick it in there and it's, oh, giving you fits all the way. You know, it works really well this way. Let me run a little ink across the top just to make sure we get any white line that we've created. I got a little white line there. Now, if you feel like you didn't get it all, which I didn't, then you just can go add some more glue at the top, right? Let me make sure. Oh. Okay. Stop it. I'm talking to inanimate objects again, not a good sign. Okay, and it's done, and I do need to add a little bit of ink along this edge to get rid of the white. And there's some white there I don't want either. Can I trim that? I could. I don't know if I could, but I don't know if I want to. I'm a little worried that I'll cut it badly. Yeah, I'll just leave it. Okay, now that's bugging me. So we will put a piece of lace there because you can see the white from this other side. I could have pulled it up in the beginning. Now I can't. It's glued down pretty good. But we have our strip and we have that. You do see a little blue on that side. And if you're really particular, you could try to fill that. But I'm not going. It's just a pouch. It's just a storage pouch. It's not any big, you know, big deal. I just want to make sure I get all the white edges. There. Okay, so this is going to get some lace for sure. I always do put some lace up there. I want to see. Let's see if this one will work. I've been looking at this lace. I think it's a little too yellow, but we'll see. Well, it's not horrible. Yeah, that's really quite pretty. I guess we'll use this one. Let's put that on there. All right. Oh, we do have this pretty pink stuff. Maybe we can put bits of it on there because we do still, you see a little bit of that rose, but I actually think I'm going to put an image there. And I'm pretty sure I know which image. Yes, okay, let's, oh my goodness. I can tell I haven't used this yet today. Sorry, I was cleaning my pen because, you know, I stick this in and out of there and it got a little bit rusty. You leave the glue on there, it rests on the pen. It's crazy, right? Okay, it seems like we got a bit of a bubble, so let's, hopefully now it will, yes, there we go. Okay. I don't think we're doing anything exciting this weekend. We're just hanging out like we normally do. Maybe working on the yard a little, I don't know. Hubby uncovered all the patio furniture, which I told him he didn't have to. I didn't think I would go out in the patio this year, but you know what? I might have already been outside more than I thought I would be just today, right? Who knows? Maybe I will use the outdoor patio. Now I want to be sure because this is the thing I don't want to show, so I am going to be sure that I cover that bit up that I don't like. Okay. There. I wonder if I want that to go a little higher. The nice thing about the Fabri-Tac is you have a little time to pull it up just a bit. There we go. I like that a little bit higher than I had it. There we go. I kind of wanted it to go over the top there. Now, a lot of times I will, for these, I will put the lace on both sides, which I hadn't thought about it, but yes, I think I will do that. Ah, I did not mean to do that. Oh my goodness, I did not mean to do that. I went crazy with it was upside down in the thing and I squeezed it too hard. Ew, okay. What was I doing? I forgot. Anybody know? Oh, I was going to put lace on that back side before I had my little hand sanitizer accident. I want to get that off my rings. I like a lot of hand sanitizer on my ring. Okay, there we go. Yeah, let's put it on that side too. Then we're good to go. Yes. So let's put it here. Grab the wrong scissors. Okay, here we go. I don't think I have much to talk about today. What can we talk about? Need to do about a million things, but don't fill up to any of it. So, I don't know. This is the time of year when we do, like we clean all the blinds in the house, all the windows, as soon as we're sure we're not going to get any more rain. And as soon as we get hot again, like in the 90s again, then we need to pull out some of our carpets that are, what do you call them? Area rugs, that's the word. Pull out the area rugs and get those cleaned. But other than that, I mean, there isn't a lot to do. We need to do some major cleaning. We do need to get some painting done in the house. I just don't know if we're going to get to that this year. We got a lot of trim work that needs painting from when we did the floors. We never got back to it. So we do have to get some of the doors and things trimmed out and painted. Got to get that done. I'm just barely cutting those edges, just barely. There you go. So front and back, we have a pretty lace. Normally what I do is I will put an eyelet here. I'll punch an eyelet through and put a ribbon on it so you can tie the bag closed, and you could fill it up with journals and all kinds of ephemera. So what we made today was an ephemera pouch. Yummy, yummy, easy peasy. Normally I put an image there, which I think I know what image. I just saw it in here. Well, I had a couple. Let's see, where'd it go? I know there's that image, which I liked. Oh, there's some images. Yeah, those are the ones I was thinking. I mean, I could put put the Eiffel Tower on there if I wanted. I don't think it goes that well. But I do have that one and that one, so to go on there. And then I have the little one, which I think the little one's too little. So let's, oh, I don't want to cut with those. I've been using those for my fabric scissors. I think the white one, you know, there's already a lot of white there, but I'll cut them both out because I don't know which one's going to look better, and I won't know till I cut them. Are any of you traveling this summer, going anywhere? Any fun trips planned? Any retreats? Quilt shows? I think Carol Laws is going to a quilt festival. I think she was the one who said she was going to one. She was very excited. Yeah, I used to go to the big quilt shows in Pleasanton and meet my sister up there, and we would go because they had fabric and quilts and all kinds of stuff. It's not just, it was everything for sewing and quilting and crafting. A lot of different kinds of vendors, as well as the beautiful quilts. So it was always a fun trip we did every spring. I know the quilt crawls are starting. Some of those things where, you know, you go shop to shop to shop all up and down the coast. On the one down the road in San Juan Bautista, well, I've worked those for both quilt shops before. It was fun. Cut fabric all day long for ladies who are traveling all up and down the California coast going to these things. Very fun. Okay, there's that one or that one. I don't know. You've got the blue up there and the white there, so that matches that. And then you got that one that matches that. So it's like, I don't know. Well, what if we add a doily on it? Let's add something to this. Okay. I was looking for my doily folder. I was thinking maybe I could do like this on the edge. You wouldn't see it. So what if I put it on there and then I went like that? So you do see it. Maybe move that over and put that on there. Or, oh, why not the pink, huh? No, that'd probably be too big if I put the whole one on there, wouldn't it? What do I want to do? Oh, that's a whole one, but I still think that's too big. Let me see. No. I don't want to do gold. I think the blue is probably too much. That's when I cut out with my die cut. It's not the way I want to go either. Okay, how about one of these? Or I can use a white one. Well, that's actually not bad. Or I put that one on there. That brightens it up. Okay, probably use that one. This is my big old pouch of doilies. The small doilies, 3 and 4 inch, 3, 4, and 5 inch doilies. Okay, I think I'll do that. I mean, I do have a lady. Do I have her? I mean, I could do that. No, I don't want to do that. I guess I'll do that one. And I feel like something needs to be there. So, actually, I think I know what I want there. Hold on. I think I want that there. There. Well, do we like that? I do. I do, I do, I do, I do. There we go. What do we think of that? It goes with that. Why not? Let's do it. Ooh, I pulled that out too soon. Made a mess out of that corner. And let's get some ink on that. Ooh, not that color. All right, let's do this color. Okay, let's get this on there. Yeah, I need to send my hubby to the hardware store and get some plants to replace all my bad plants. Although I have to say, he keeps buying plants that are susceptible to worms and white flies, and so then he's like upset when they die. It's like, well, honey, I know they're pretty, but you notice there's a certain kind of plant I always use for a reason. That's okay. Guess that's how you learn, right? Buy the wrong plants enough times, you go, oh, what was I thinking? I'm like, I think I'm going to move that over so it's not so predictable. There we go. Let's do that. I think I'm going to use, what am I going to use? This one. My house is moaning and groaning today. I guess it's the wind. Looking forward to a little rest after this. I'll lay down and listen to an audio story for a little bit. Okay, we did that. And then this one, now do I want anything under that? It's like I don't feel like I need anything. I think it's okay just as is. I don't want to put a whole lot of stuff on here. I mean, I can and I will if I need to, but I gotta find the other ones I've done. I've got a bunch that I made. And I mean, because you can put like lace here, or you can put lace there, or you can put something there. I mean, you can really jazz it up. I mean, I can definitely add lace or pearls all around here, right? Let me see where we are at. Okay, I think I'll grab my eyelets for that. What color eyelets do we want? Maybe I'll grab the color one. I have a whole bunch of different colors. Let me grab my big kit. Oh, I don't have any blue. I thought I had blue. What blue? Huh. Blue everywhere else. Maybe pink or something. All right. Excuse my head. I'm not sure if I stuck it in there or not. My big old noggin. Might as well stick the scraps in here so they're ready for the next project, right? I did not use that one. That's okay. All right. So now I like to use my ruler. This is 9.5. 4 and 4 is 8, so 4.5. That's 4.5 right there. That's 5. Ooh, what? Trying to figure out. I wonder if I could just do the middle one that way by lining these up. There we go. So our middle is going to be, oops, shoot, I just moved it. Doggone it. Our middle is going to be, there's an inch and 2 lines. There's an inch and 2. Okay, so our middle is going to be right there. if I don't move it, I'm okay. It's gonna be right about there. So let me get a pencil or something to mark that. Okay, and it's gonna go all the way through both sides, so it should go, oops, I need the big one. Excuse the motorcycle here racing around. I get a lot of that, motorcycles and cars, and so we've got kind of a 4-lane straightaway for a little ways, and then it does go down to 2 lanes, but boy, they really like to race up and down there. Okay. Now, let's put in something. What do we want to put in? Not white or blue. Ooh, maybe a taupe. What about a taupe? Wait, where'd it go? I had taupe here. Where did it go? There was a color I wanted to use right here. Maybe this is gray. I can't tell what color this is. See how this looks? I don't know. No, that's gray. That's very gray. I don't want that. No can do. I was thinking a color, but maybe not. It's kind of a mauvey pink. No, I don't like that with that either. Okay, so I don't have what I want. I don't think there's any color that I want there. Guess I'm going to use an antique or something. Well, darn it. Maybe just bright gold? Yeah, bright gold. Let's see if I have another one of these. Oh, that works. That? Unfortunately, you have to buy them in big old sets, so you end up with a ton of some. You use up all the ones you love, and then you're stuck with all the ones you don't, which drives me nuts, but, you know, what are you going to do, right? I tried to buy some more individually, and I ended up with some really big things that I'm, like, not sure what I think of, so. I'm checking some that I bought the other day. Oh, they got hearts and, oh, those are cute. Well, I think I'll stick with what we picked. I wonder, you guys probably can't, because of the wind, you probably can't hear the fountain. But I do have a fountain outside my window, too. Bubbling away. Very zen. Okay, let's open this up. And let's do this. I'm going to pinch my fingers in there. Again, I did that before already. Not today, but another day I pinched my fingers in there. Oh, does that hurt? Okay, there we go. See, look, it's straight through. Perfect, 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 perfect. I know I do things in an awkward way. I don't know, I just eyeball it. When I try to measure it, it never comes out right. So we're just to do the eyeball test, right? Made a good mess there, didn't we? All right. Okay, so then we can tie string through there, or put it on one side and then pull it through the other side, or we tie it on both and make a big bow. And we can make it blue or pink or whatever. So we have this beautiful bag. Now you don't have to put anything back here, ooh, unless you want to. You can see where I missed the glue. It's my day for glue bottles. It just is. I have no problems or tons of problems. No in between. Ooh, that made a big mess. Well, that will definitely be glued down. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Okay. Alrighty then. We took care of that. Okay. So I'll probably put my little sticker there and tie it with a bow, and then I can put things in there or sell it separately. I don't know what I'll do with it. I'll probably add, I'm pretty sure I'm going to add some pearls and some goodies. I know. I know what I'm going to put down there. I don't know what color. I've got a bunch of it. So let's see. I have this in a bunch of colors, so I think I even have a blue, but I only have a little bit, and we could not find it to buy. Yeah, I have a tiny bit of blue. We couldn't find the blue anywhere to buy, so we could get all the other colors, but no blue. No blue. I don't know what the deal with that was, but we could get a navy blue, but we couldn't get any kind of a teal or a turquoise or a mint or anything like that. So I'm thinking that pink is probably... it's not the right pink. Maybe I'll just do this. Yeah, I was really pleased with this. It's a different pink than what there's a baby pink I also have, you know. Do you want that on there? Or I have the other pink. Let me find it. I think that's too pink. Yeah, no, that's too pink. That is not what I want on there. Alrighty. I mean, I could put that pink on there, but I don't think so. I don't think I'll do that. Okay. I'll just put this one on there. I love this. There's a gold too. I have a gold, this in gold, but this is not a gold project. Well, at least I don't consider it one. Just right across the bottom. I think that looks really pretty. Or I could do pom-poms. I do have pom-poms. That would look pretty down there. What do we think? Do we like this? And we do sell these pom-poms in the store. Oh, that's pretty too. Oh my goodness, now what? I don't think the pink is right though. No. Okay, so I also have this in the mint green too. Yummy, right? But do we like that? Or where'd it go? We could do something like that across the bottom. No, I don't like that. Okay. Let's do that. We'll just do that one. Okay. Now I have to put some glue on here so that it does not come apart when I cut it. Which I've done videos on this before for those of you who have been around a little while. I'm just trying to figure out where I need to do it down here. Because this keeps it from unraveling. A lot of times these things, oh no, I wasn't even close. Oh my gosh, I was way in the wrong place. Oh, we'll just go right down the piece and that'll keep it from unraveling. We gotta let it dry for a minute. I'm making a mess everywhere. Okay. And then we'll glue it on in a minute. All right. So that will be pretty down here. Then we can add some pearls and maybe some bows. Got all kinds of bows. Don't know if the blue bows would look good. Do these bows look good? No, wrong color. Wrong color. I don't think I have any that color. I think I have anything that color in the blue. But I do have some pinks, and I have some of those. I mean, I have all this kind of stuff that I could put on there, and I probably will. I have like, oh yeah, I have these baby roses I can put on there. Yeah, I've got things to put on here, so for sure, right? Plus I have sequins. I've got all kinds of goodies on that one. I've got some beige bows would look good, cream, white. Okay, so we got plenty of stuff to put on there. And I don't know that I'll do all of that on this video. Yeah, okay, what I'm gonna do. And I do a little zigzag with the glue because you get a better coverage than straight lines, honestly. And it will stay on better. And then you're gonna go like this out to here. And I will have to clean my scissors for sure. Oh my gosh, that's really sticky. So I'm gonna leave that to dry. So I'll have a sticky rubbery back, which is good, and then it won't unwind. Then I always take a little bit of glue to the ends. Now, some people use a lighter. They like burn the ends or singe the ends. I would never, I'm too afraid of fire to do that. I would rather just do the glue and let it dry. I think anyone who can do it is amazing, but I'm not one of them. Yeah, these got really bad. I have to get that off there because I do not want that setting on my, that's a different kind of glue, and it'll ruin your scissors if you leave it on there. The art glitter, I mean the, oh, what do you call it? Okay, so there we go. Now, we can definitely have some bows on here, like there. We can have pearls. We could have lighter bows. No, I like the darker bow. I like these little dark bows. That might be fun up there. And then maybe something else down there. I'm thinking some of these little roses that I just got recently. I can get these cut. It's the little strings that are a big pain to cut, but I mean, I don't mind. I'm not, you know. Oh, I like that. I think that's cool. I mean, I also have these too, but I think I like the more, well, no, I'm gonna go with the plain ones. And make sure I get all the little strings off. There. Yeah. Those are pretty cool. Put those up there. Oh my goodness, I'm running out of energy. I don't know what our time factor is. As you know, on Saturday I do a longer video because you guys have a little more time. As you told me when I asked you in the comments, you said, well, that you have more time to watch it on the weekends and that you come home from your day of shopping or hanging out with the grandkids or traveling around on Saturday. You come in and then you like to sit in the evening and watch the video. So, or craft with me on Sunday when you're home. Maybe hubby's watching the golf or basketball or something. Oh my goodness, it's a motorcycle day. Sounds like a little pocket rocket. Okay. I will put quite a bit of the Fabri-Tac on there to make sure it's going to stay. Okay, let me show you. Okay, I think I'm going to put pearl there and there. Flatbacks. I'm going to use my flatback pearls. Do I have the size I want? Yeah, I think I do. I'm going to put a little bit of glue there. A little bit of glue there. And I'm going to find my pokey tool. This is my favorite pokey tool. I just think it's just always going to be my favorite. I just love it. I have two of them. One is really badly bent though. And this is the straighter of the two. It needs something. I know what it needs. Let me find them. There. I like that. I needed some pearls. I almost feel like it needs some across there too. Okay, guys. We're getting well over the hour mark here, so I'm wondering if I should just quit now and let you get on with your day, or if we should just try to see if we can do a little more on this, maybe. I know there's some of you that just really want to see everything. Let's move that up a little bit. Can we? Yep, we can. Yep, and then we can do a bit up here. Let me see. They're super sticky, so once they go down, they're down. Oh, come on now. There. Yeah, I know it's got to go there. I can see it. I can see it. Let's put this back on there. All right. Got two more things to do here. Well, I'm going to be done. Didn't I just say that a minute ago? And I kept right on crafting because you know that's me, right? I'm just cutting off all the little strings. Oh, looks like I got them there. This side doesn't have them. Okay, out. Let me put a little glue right there. I just did my nails. So much for that. Okay, that was a waste of time. I've completely trashed them. Okay. There we go. I think that's going to be it for now, unless I figure out there's something else I want. But I think that's a pretty good... We made a pretty good dent in decorating. I will generally do something here and here and here. So I don't know what I'm going to do. If I want lace or I want pearls or something else. But anyway, you can see we got some started on the decorating of this, and you saw how to make it. So I was going to do these today, but I don't think I am. I think those just are not going to get shown probably more than likely at all. So here was our project for today, and it goes along with our others. And this is from the beautiful kit from Chapter 1 Papers. Remember, There will be a discount code in the drop-down box, so look for it. It'll say Chapter 1 Papers. I have to decide if I want anything there, if I'm going to leave it as is, because it is the back. I mean, it's not like you need to see a lot, but I kind of like that the lace was front and back because it gives it a little more stability too. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend and a fabulous week coming up. And I hope to see you all very soon. Hugs and kisses. Bye-bye.